Yeah, I think TNC's timings, they're going to be based around level 20 on Gabbi. When he gets that extra 100 attack range, combine that together with Avenge, they're just going to start sieging, leaving well, basically no one on the front lines. You know, maybe occasionally throwing in Tims there to push in a wave, but it's going to be on Fnatic to try and react, and I just don't think they have the capabilities to do that with the heroes that they've been able to draw. I think so. I think that's pretty standard with the Lesh as well. It's going to be pretty safe. Deep ward there, placed down by Jabz. Is he ever... I guess he does also kind of need the Yule Scepter for survivability, but you've got Febby as well, not just for the defensive potential here with the Arc Warded saves, but also to swap anyone out of that Yule, so it's suddenly not quite a safe haven.
The battle begins.
There's enough thing to do. When those rune rotations do happen, Fnatic have the slight edge, of course, with the disruption versus Pango not really having anything to disable. I doubt the Venge is going to try and leave them. He's going to be babysitting as long as he can. Not able to get the first blood in there. Febby tried for it. They pinged him out as he got connected in the trees there, but just going to go back and make sure Gabbi's having a fine time. D-ward there by Jabz as well. He's a little deep, but I think he should be fine. Got to be careful with that courier there on the Undying, but I suppose he's able to get the chase down. He's got the boots of speed, so yeah, not opting for that Orb of Venom. Just trying to harass out KP as much as possible, but show how much difference a second makes. Febby ate the tree to be able to try and block up that small camp with his body, but it was just a tiny bit slow, which means that this equilibrium is going to go a lot more in favor of Fnatic, so big win coming through to them. I think, like you mentioned, it's going to depend heavily on what's going on with the bottle situation. So Moon, he's going to be able to much more easily secure that for himself, and I think maybe that's when it'll start to swing in his favor. We know both of these teams are big fans of getting the stacks up in the jungle as well, so it's going to be the mid that they're prioritizing for that, because they're the real tempo makers that they're going to use here. Top lane DJ's taking a little bit of harass, getting unlucky with these lucky shots coming through. Dead. That's so annoying, just, you know, left clicking the poison attack, not drawing the tower's attention, just means that there's nothing at all you can do, and it leaves Tims free to do these things. Like, again, he's blocked the small camp, so there's nothing Fnatic can do right now. Yes, Raven's got up to level 3, so he should be somewhat more sustainable, but he's still going to take this harass. Yeah, and Tim's has the luxury of being able to go for the Orb of Venom. He just ended up picking up his boots, so you always have the ability to reposition yourself with a Swashbuckle, whereas Undying, especially against a Viper, don't have that luxury. Being pushed underneath his tower here, and this is exactly what I was talking about, right? Like, they are not free to make any sort of moves, even towards the runes here. So what should have been a free rune coming through Fnatic is going to be picked up by Tim. So that's double damage. He might even get the kill onto Moon if that connected. Oh, the lucky shot again.
Radiant are scanning. Radiant's courier has been killed.
Well, they've just lost essentially 2 waves of experience for Moon. You know, first one was underneath the tower where he got no last hits because he was panicking trying to go for a rune after Armel had pushed it in. And then just now underneath the tier 1 tower as well. So big win coming through from TNC for that mid lane, and great play by Armel to make it happen.
A tithe to the impurities.
At last.
I fall.
The shadow grow gracefully.
Oh, DJ's dead again. Maybe? Still level 1, by the way, on that Undying, 6 minutes in. Compared to Tim's, he's level 3, able to put a brass on, he's getting stacks up even on the enemy side of the map, because like we were mentioning, unless it's the Leshrac taking it, way for them to take advantage. So when they start and get a little bit more aggressive in that top lane, that's going to be the C cores that knife those out.
Denied.
Yeah, even Febby was starting to make his way through. Not able to fully connect.
Right arm, Armageddon. You are now the ward of death itself.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah,
is
so
under
the
attack.
medium above the tower in the lane, also been picked up. You can see here Moon just does his job, shoves in the lane, goes back, picks them both up, and he's going to use that Pulse Nova. Despite the early lane, I mean, 800 net worth lead for the puck, he knows what's going on as well. This is something that is
Dire's middle
TNC's
tower is
MO.
under attack.
Be able to invade, snipe a couple of those last hits on those creeps, and free 200 gold essentially for Armel, and a lot of information given too.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
And even Jabz just taking a few of the camps for himself, going for the small camp. Yeah, that's perfectly about, but the smoke
Dire's
immediately
top
comes.
tower
They know
is
they're in a
under
bad
attack.
spot. They need to try and get a
Dire's
big, high
structures
impact
are
kill to turn
fortified.
things back around onto them. And, well, it's Gabbi the one that they're going to be targeting, but most likely run into Febby first. They're coming.
Dire's top
Great
tower
TPs.
is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The next label play.
That's for your impertinence.
This is basically next to flawless gameplay. So, you know, realizing exactly what their win condition is. Probably the only thing is, like, Armel didn't make the rotation a couple of seconds sooner so that he could snipe all of those creeps that Moon had stacked up. But other than that, they're in a dominant position.
They pride.
Got Armel up on this top side too, so might be looking to assist with pushing into this tower. You've got the Siege creep already. He's got a Veil of Discord. That's going to be a ton of damage side the Bark Wraith that he has onto Flux as well. It's not really anywhere that Fnatic want to be right now
Dire's top tower is under attack.
in this situation. If you're on, they've finally taken out that ancient stack, so a lot of farm being funneled into Raven, which is really nice.
Service to imbalance.
It got a lot easier for him once he picked up that. That's to be sure. Page. And kudos to him for not dying, but DJ had to be the sacrificial lamb going down that one time in lane. So that's probably the lane that I would say has gone best for Fnatic right now. Despite the horrible lane matchup, they were still able to salvage something up. This is where it ramps up, right? Even just the little things. Knowing that if he dies, a big part of TNC's win condition. So not using the Spark Wraiths for any kind of faster neutral taking potential, he's just laying them down on the stairs to make sure that any sort of rotations that come, even if it's a smoke, it's just going to pop. And TP rotations to be able to save it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Precious bounty.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Well, this is big. Armel's actually TPing away, so KP is target number one. They're probably going to catch him. Or be Febby due to his position. Yeah, TNC are okay with it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And that was, what, 30 seconds spent on 3 Fnatic heroes? And if you're Gabbi on this icon, you're like, alright, whatever. I don't care. Sitting up here on this top side. first time that he's received any sort of pressure. You can see the pings coming out now, highlighting the fact that the Lesh is shoving that wave out, but Gabbi's like, alright, well, if they're shoving it out, that just means I can farm in the safety of my town.
Double harm shall I do?
Dire are scanning.
Need to run.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Come on in.
attack.
Predictable outcome.
Stay near.
Oh, what a coil!
You're washed up. Double kill.
Behold silence.
I found 4. I think a big part of that was Tim's getting the Arcane Rune. So it's just expired. He's got his Rolling Thunder already back off cooldown. He had the Swashbuckles to just be able to juke people in and out. And a lot of the damage is still coming from this Chaos Knight right now. And, well, if you're disarmed, you're not doing jack all with this Chaos Knight. So,
A prize.
yeah, again, the only things you can fault are very minor plays, like the left coil not snapping. But didn't matter. Another tombstone. Tim's is going in. Point 175 gold, go on the way of KP. He's just going to TP rack up towards the top side. If they got the coil, they do.
Will not rise in my present form of some sort.
Death tax.
Oh, for sure. He only just got the blink as well. Like, that goes to show that you do not need any sort of items if they've just got no catch you. And props to Tim's as well. He's been doing a great job of creating all of that chaos, that disruption, so that you can get off these multi-man coils. I think, what was it, a 3-man at bot and a 4-man in the Dire area? Great team play coming on.
Dire's top tower
I
is
think
under
that's
attack.
just kind of a personal player preference thing as well, when it comes to, you know, do you go Manta, do you go gun build? I mean, they've got a decent amount of magic damage with the Leshrac, right? And you've also got the Shadow Demon. Hasn't leveled up the Soul Catcher just yet, so not really looking to prioritize too much of team fighting. But I don't know, I feel like that's one of the ways that they could potentially come back into it. You don't want to try and out-farm an Arc Warden that's picked up his Midas at the 12 or so minute mark. Like, you need to go on to a kill, a high priority target, and then look to snowball from there. But Raven knows better than I do.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack.
I don't think he will. That's the big issue for me. Like,
Radiant's
TNC are
bottom
already
tower
winning
is
these
under
fights
attack.
4v4 without the Arc Warden showing up. And now you're just giving them more and more of a lead by going this build that's not really... It's more about farming, right? Than, and having that safety net of, look, if the puck does go on me, I've got to save with I don't know. You always go both items. It's just the order of which you go it in, and I'm not quite sure if this is the way to do it for the...
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Put out it's one stack, but it's something.
Dire are scanning. Dire's courier has been killed.
Playing a
Dire's
Raven's courier.
has been killed.
Oh, coil. God, for more. That's ridiculous. Don't think Armel's going to be able to cap the outpost in time, though.
A gift from the goddess.
My precious bounty. Amazing what you found lying around.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, they had all of that information because of this Arc Warden. It's as good as having a 6th hero on your team right now, just purely because of the information. You know, not just the ramp up potential that you have with the Tempest Double, but also the fact that you can go for this kind of like pincer move, this temporal pincer attack that you might be looking to.
Interesting. See you in the spring.
All the damage as well coming out purely from Armel. 1400, just on the puck. And it feels like, you know, Undying is good for all of these team fights, and, you know, I ask people to survive that little bit longer with a Soul Rip, but get popped before they're even able to make that kind of move. You know, TNC, they've been gripped up as 4 for the majority of the last 10 minutes or so. It's just not something that Fnatic are able to deal with this draft that they've got.
Radiant are scanning.
Exactly. Now, well, not even just the Tempest Double, even now the real hero, since he's the one that got the Aegis, so going to be able to look to join any sort of team fight that he can. Armel might be going too far forward here, but no, he's got his whole team backing him up.
Dire's main tower is under attack.
Gabbi was starting to walk his way over there as well to try and assist, but as soon as KP goes down, you don't have that frontliner. You know, he's got the Blade Mail already, he's got the ATOS to be able to pick off one target, and it was a perfect Delta split coming through from Fnatic, moving in all different directions, meant that Armel wasn't able to have his amazing impacts before. He's trying to burst down the ledge though.
Gratitude. Greetings.
Dire's top
They're looking
tower
for more.
is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, even having the creep wave here, so if they wanted to, they can continue the push forward. Is that fortified?
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Misclick, it happens.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, and Fnatic, they won that previous fight just because, you know, going that little bit too far with TNC. Obviously feeling very confident, and you have the justification too with the Aegis picked up on the ordered. It was just KP going down a little bit too quickly that time, so they didn't use the fortification on Fnatic's side just yet, realizing that, look, we're probably going to need it for a tier 3 siege, and we need to assume that they're just going to, again, dive that little bit too deep. Hopefully we can come back into this game. Armel is... And they do if he was to go right underneath them, but they might just dodge each other. Okay.
To retract your last move.
Yeah, I was like, when's the chat mail coming? Because he's been spamming it all game. Bit of a delay there.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Yeah, for me, the Fnatic's strategy is obviously pick off the Arc, number one, but you're not going to be able to do that with the rest of the team alive. So, you know, pick off Febby or Tim's is probably the next best strat. You're never going to catch Armel out unless he makes a big misplay. Oh, well.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Even just standing on the low ground, right? You might think, oh, let's stand on the high ground so that, you know, they're going to look to back off, but he wants them to go on him. He wants them to actually see him, go on him, commit too far, and then they're able to make these turnarounds happen.
Regeneration!
The rest of the team. Oh, he's still alive.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
Here I am. Another round. Greetings. What is this? A game of some sort?
He's just dancing around him.
May you ride on nether zephyrs.
He's reaching that level 2 as well, so as soon as that happens, oh, with the destruction, that is just tower taking, #1 item. And yeah, I think that's all they're really going to be waiting for. Finish off one more item if you can, boys. What are you getting close to? Octarine, as if the puck needed it. A nullifier. Ghost Scepter is going to be nice for KP. It feels like he is getting gone on a little bit as the priority target. Probably the squishiest one on the team right now. A little bit ironic, but
Dire's bottom
No.
barracks are under attack.
Short-lived creatures.
Yeah. You don't even need to wait for the level 20 now for the extra attack range. You've got Febby already. There's no Shadow Demon. You can just look to go in. Even if it's just taking the range racks, they should be happy with that.
Dire's bottom barracks.
They're in.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I don't think they're that keen on leaving at all. TNC's side.
Dire
Maybe just
are
waiting for
scanning.
the Sacred Relic at least, but no, Gabbi, he's
Dire's
just
top
having rat
tower
Dota
is
thoughts
under
happening.
attack.
He's looking for the top lane. And, well, yeah, you can see Fnatic, they're in a little bit of a panic. They're saying, God damn. Positioning by TNC as well. Preston.
Your desolation has
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Balance the scale.
Just in time.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Your baby used the glyph. Oh, it wasn't actually mobbed.
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
Oh, Armel. Is he?
Double arm shout.
That was just the Tempest double, man. Even got the nice blink.
A gift from the goddess.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
I don't think so either. And man, Febby's having such a chill game. All he needs to do is walk around, be an aura bot, maybe grab some runes, occasionally swap people in, but
The Raiders.
he doesn't care. He's totally fine. And now you've got an Aegis on the puck as well. So that 13 kill streak is not being given up.
Regeneration.
Who's caught who, though? Power of that repair kit, the 25 HP regen honestly saved KP that fight. His priority was just live.
Up we soul!
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle
They don't
barracks
care.
has fallen. Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Be selfish.
What a chat line.
Dire's top barracks.
There it is.
TNC Predator. Victory.
Yeah, perfect Dota, beautiful Dota, and they want their last series on this patch to be one to send them off in a good way, because this does feel like it's been